Hello, my gorgeous makeup loving friends. It's another bad makeup science. It's a series that absolutely nobody asked for, but it's the series that you are definitely getting. I asked you guys well, it was the first video that I did on this, and I'm sure I'm going to have other videos done on bad makeup science before this one. I'll link them down below. I asked you guys if you had any suggestions. One of my lovely subscribers, Franca, actually said, what about if you tested whether or not castor oil works on your eyelashes? And I was like, that is interesting. So the general consensus, the idea out there is that castor oil helps lengthen and thicken out your eyelashes. So I said, oh, well, I have rubbish eyelashes. That is a general fact. They are short. They're fairly thick, like I have a good amount of them, but they don't do anything. So I went onto Amazon and I got this. Yeah, so it's a castor oil. It says Maybox. I'll link it down below. It has a lot of claims. It says it's 100% pure natural castor oil. It's 100% vegan, chemical free, preservative free, all of that sort of thing. I've already done an allergy test, so I tested it on the inside of my elbow as suggested, and I'm fine, even though I do look a little bit pink, but that's just because my skin is weird. It's fine. Like, if you actually look at it, it's totally fine. I just have a lot of flub. But one of the things it says on the page, and I should hopefully flash it up here, is that it says the thick oil is rich in fatty acids, antioxidants and proteins that help strengthen your lashes and creates a naturally full lash line. Our organic castor oil is rich in ricinoleic acid used as eyelash and brow serum. It not only promotes the growth of eyelashes and eyebrows, but also makes your eyelashes and eyebrows thicker and stronger. It is a perfect gift for women. I mean, feels vaguely sexist, but all right. I got it for £6.77. So we're going to do a little bit of an experiment. Now, the thing is, there could be confounding variables that are impacting lash growth. So even things like the side that you sleep on impacts lash growth. So if, for instance, I sleep on this side, it means that my lash growth is going to be fairly minimal. Things like the nutrients that you are getting into your diet could actually impact things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one eye using castor oil for 2 weeks and one eye as a control, and then I'm going to switch it over. So I'll have this eye, my right eye, starting off first, doing 2 weeks of castor oil. This will act as the control. It will get no castor oil for the 2 weeks, and then we'll switch it around. I'm going to take measurements of my eyelashes. I'm also going to take a zoom in so you can see the eyes and we can kind of compare, but I'm going to do a essentially lashes before and lashes after. So I'm going to zoom you guys in right now so you can see my lashes as they are. We are fairly zoomed in at this point. I think you can kind of see how rubbish my lashes actually are. Like, as in they're very thick, but they're very short and very, very straight. I've tried to curl them in the past with like curling things, eyelash curlers. Couldn't remember the name, but you know, it doesn't tend to take. So I am using this tape measure that the fabulous Kelly sent on to me, and I'm going to use it in centimeters because, as I pointed out before, I'm European. So that's the right eye. That's the left eye. So what I'm going to do over the next 4 weeks is alternate. So first 2 weeks using castor oil on the right eye, last 2 weeks using it on the left eye. I will check in halfway through. I'll let you know whether or not there has been a difference. I will probably use statistical programming software again to check things because I'm a nerd. If you want to see, is there truth behind the idea that castor oil lengthens and strengthens your eyelashes, then this is the video for you, so keep on watching. So it's been a little over 3 weeks since I started using this castor oil, which I got on Amazon. You can see I haven't used a huge amount of it. You only need like a tiny little drop, and considering I've only been using it on my right eye, because, you know, science. I've been using it for about 3 weeks and 2 days. I know I had originally said 2 weeks, but you know, life gets in the way. I also want to change the experiment ever so slightly, which is the like pinnacle of bad science. You don't change an experiment part of the way through, but look, this is all for fun. It's not meant to be serious. So I'm going to continue using castor oil on the right eye, and I'm going to start using it on the left eyelash as well. So today, God, my eyes are so watery. Nothing to do with the castor oil, it's just, you know, I got up early and I'm just getting used to a new system. Back to work today. So we're going to measure the lashes on the right eye, which have had the castor oil every day, and the left eye, which is basically a control. So that should let us know what the story is. I'm going to zoom you in to my beautiful makeupless face now. I know my hair is doing weird things. We're not going to stress too much about it, but we'll have a little look. I have like, measuring tape here because I'm back in Carlo, so everything is kind of a little bit askew and I couldn't find things, so I had to go off and buy other things because that's my life. So yeah, I will zoom you in now and we shall science together. I mean, let's be real, the bags under my eyes, they are significant. Nothing about a concealer won't fix, but that is not what this video is about, is it? No. So I'm going to measure in centimeters as I was before. You can tell I didn't sleep right last night. Oh well. So we'll do the left eye first. I will put it like this. And the right eye. So yeah, we're halfway through the experiment, the bad makeup science. So in another 3 weeks and 2 days, because I have to at least try to pretend this is semi-scientific and keep it consistent, I'm going to come back. I'll have done both eyes of the castor oil just to see if there's any further difference, or if there's any difference, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, you'll see in a few seconds. Lucky you. I have to live this experiment like a weird little lab rat. So we're not even going to talk about the fact that I look like death warmed up. I have tonsillitis right now. It's a whole thing. But it has now been a little over 3 weeks since I started to use castor oil on my left eye in addition to my right eye. So if we look at our experimental hypothesis versus our alternate hypothesis, our experimental hypothesis would state that there is a difference in terms of lash length as a result of implementing our independent variable, i.e. using castor oil. It should have a change on the dependent variable, i.e. lash length. So now we kind of have to see that. Obviously our alternate or null hypothesis is that there is no change, no difference. But in order to see that, we have to measure the lashes. So I of course have my trusty measuring tape here. I believe I was measuring it in centimeters. Cece has just jumped onto the thing. So I'm going to look at these. You are going to see yourself as to what the measurement actually is, and then we'll come back. I'll have makeup on. I'll look like a person. It's going to be a whole thing, and we're going to talk about whether or not there was a statistically significant difference. But I'm going to zoom you into my eyelids first. We're up close and far too personal, I think. But sure, look, it could be worse. So I'm going to take the glasses off. This is my right eye, and I'm going to just measure it here. And left eye. So I went off, I put on makeup. This is from a previous video that should already be up. It was my Did Nikki Tutorials copy Pinky Rose Cosmetics. Don't even know if I've named it that, but you know, whatever. You'll know if you watch me. So let's actually just talk about whether or not the castor oil had any sort of an impact on my lashes. They pretty much stayed the same length, irrespective of whether or not they were subjected to the castor oil. There was some minor fluctuation, but nothing major. And actually, when I ran the data through SPSS, which I've talked about before, the data will come up on the screen, it said that we had to reject the null, accept the null hypothesis. Words are hard. I'm on a lot of antibiotics. So that basically means that there was no difference between the lash lengths as a result of there being castor oil. So what's the story? Why is it that this is a thing? Why are people saying that castor oil will lengthen your lashes? Well, some people could say that it's a placebo effect, but placebo is more, I mean, you can have it for physiological effects. Placebo has been known to bring down like blood sugar levels, to bring down physiological levels like systolic and diastolic blood pressure. So it could very well be a placebo effect whereby you think that something will work, so therefore it does work. The mind is a weird and powerful thing. It's part of why I'm a psychologist. It could also be a sort of a cognitive factor, whereby we tend to have a confirmation bias. We will only accept things that will confirm the thing that we want to accept. So if we notice any sort of changes in our lashes, we might put that down to it being, oh, they've gotten longer as a result of this. And the more effort you put into things, the more it is that you want to see an outcome like this happen. So you're more likely to see a placebo effect if you have to do lots and lots of things. I was only applying it on a daily basis, at night and in the morning, etc. So it was minimum effort for me. So maybe that's why I didn't see a difference, because I wasn't having to do a lot, and therefore the placebo effect didn't come into play. But I even accounted for a potential placebo effect by, having one eye on and one eye off. But even then, it didn't work. So if you are actually looking to lengthen your lashes, I am afraid that castor oil is not the way to go. Not based upon this lady's bad makeup science, but of course, I have to say it's bad makeup science because it is an n=1, i.e. a sample size of just one person. Little old me. Not so little, but fairly old me. So the extent to which we can actually generalize those results is iffy at best. But personally, I would just say, maybe stay away, save your money, maybe just invest in some nice lashes instead. That's what I've been doing. But that is it. That is the end of the video. Do please let me know if there are any other bad makeup science things that you want me to test out, because I like getting out my SPSS, which sounds really weird, but like I do. I enjoy it. Do please like, comment and subscribe. I mean, I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. I would so appreciate it. Do please share, because sharing is caring, unless of course it's an STD, in which case, wrap it up. Why do I have to tell you that? My God, if you have to be told that, you shouldn't even be doing this sort of thing. Just telling you, But that is it. That is the end of the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.